a generational curse? We're gonna talk about it. Let's hop into this video. We're gonna talk about it. How to break a generational curse. First of all, I need you to understand what a generational curse is, okay? I know a lot of people hear generational curse and they think religion, right? I used to feel that way because that's what I learned. That's where I learned about generational curse, religion. I used to be Christian faith. I'm no longer Christian no more. That's another topic, another story, to each its own. Whatever brings you peace, whatever brings you happiness, I'm happy that you are taking a part of that. And I'm happy that you're being a good person in that every day, okay? So, we all are familiar. I became familiar with generational curse from the background that I was raised in, the Bible. And everybody always talks about, oh, generational curse, break the generational curse, break the generational curse, break the generational curse, break the generational. The sins fall upon the children, the sins fall upon the children. Now, don't get me wrong, it's true. We know this, right? We know that Christian, if you're speaking from the Christian faith, that what the parents does will fall upon the child. Like if I decide to be in a relationship with a man who served, what would the Christians call it? Unequal yoke, right? Who serve no purpose to my yoke, okay? If I decide to choose and engage in this relationship, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be chaotic because we're unequal, right? That's what the Christians believe, right? But I'm gonna make this completely simple. Generational curse. Generational curse. How to break a generational curse. We understand that unequal yoke causes, right? Causes confusion and destruction. Christians will look at that as a curse. And a lot of us who end up in this situation, right? We've seen our parents in the situation, right? Follow me. We've seen them in the situation. I'm trying to tell you how you break this curse right now, right? I'm just speaking from a Christian background since that's where most of this talk stems from, right? How to break a generational curse. We've seen our parents do it, right? I need you to understand, if we could both agree that we've seen our parents do it, if we can all agree that we've seen our parents do it and now we have fallen into the same actions of our parents, I need you to understand, for you to break this generational curse is to be aware of the fact that a generational curse is nothing but action. Action. The way you seen your mother and your father talked. If you didn't have a mother and a father, whatever you saw that wasn't great, understand? You became a product of that environment. There's no such thing as generational curse. That's what we need to be aware of. There is a such thing of pattern. Pattern. Are you mimicking the patterns that were unhealthy for you as a child? Are you mimicking those patterns as an adult right now? This is how you break a generational curse. You become aware. You become aware of the patterns. How you become aware of the pattern? Self-reflect. I'm able to tell you this from experience. Self-reflection is very important. Look back into self. Analyze self. Then look back into your previous environment, whether it was your grandmother that raised you, whether it was your mother that raised you, and your father, a single father, single mother, grandmother, grandparents, both parents in the home, whatever it was. I'm telling you right now, you're mimicking that behavior because we can only, the mind is a sponge. I need you to understand the mind is a sponge. What I show my son today, I have a little infant son. He ain't an infant baby, he's my little baby, but I had an infant son. I was directed by the divine to raise my infant son lovely. Parents, you know what I'm talking about. You know you was directed by the divine to raise your children lovely. Okay, so you experienced motherhood and fatherhood. So you know that in the first 7 years of a child's life, what they are experiencing can be a pattern. What they are experiencing in your environment that you're providing for them will be a pattern. If it's unhealthy, that they will have to rewire and unlearn. That's a generational curse. Oh, the sins fall upon the children. No. Your actions fall upon your children. Are you a repetitive lawbreaker? Stealing, getting arrested, having issues, can't keep it? Your children will be the same thing. Generational curse. Are you a successful person? Are you a person who speaks love? Are you a person who speaks abundance? Are you a person who takes care of yourself? Your children will do the same. We repeat what we have been exposed to as children. Be aware of your patterns. Are you following your father's footsteps? He was an absent father. He wasn't there. He didn't provide. He didn't love. He didn't teach you how to be a man. Are you following your father's actions? Then break the curse and start to be involved. You following your mother's actions? You talk to that man like crap. You talk to that man like shit. You treat that man like garbage. You do this, you do that. You are your mother. You're you, but you're following your mother. That's all you know. Break the generational curse right now. And how you do that, you become aware. You say, gee, I gotta do better than this. I gotta start asking questions. I gotta start finding out why. I gotta start because I have to be the first in my bloodline to do it. Break the curse. Are you always attracting abusive relationships? Your mother, I bet you she was always attracting abusive relationships. I bet you was always around abuse. I bet you. Break the curse. You break a curse, break the habit, break the pattern. You break the habit, you break the pattern, you bring newness into your realm, into your perception. Break the curse. You know, I've had people say to me, oh, I don't know how to do it because I've never seen it before. I've never seen my parents do this. That's an excuse. We know how to do it because we know right from wrong. We know how to do it. When someone says, I don't know how to do it because I've never seen it, they're making an excuse and they're covering up the fact that they are failing miserably at breaking the curse. They're failing miserably at breaking the pattern. That's all it is. Stop making excuses. Take accountability. Gee, I behaved like this because that's how I knew how to behave growing up. I didn't know how to express my emotions because that was the environments my parent had me in. Take accountability and then start to work on it. It's such a task. I'm telling you right now, because I'm still unlearning patterns that I picked up in my childhood. But I've come a long way and I'm a clap for the amazingness and the newness that I brought into my life because I understood the power of breaking generational curses, which means nothing but stop doing the same patterns. Because I seen what them patterns did for them And I don't want that. That's how you break a generational curse. I don't want that. I seen they was sick. I seen they never got married. I seen that they struggled throughout their whole life, even in their lasting days. I saw how it ended for them. It wasn't good. They died in vain. They died not achieving or being the greatest version of themselves. I seen it. I don't want that for myself. That is how you break the curse. Know how it looks. Look at them. Look at them. Those that were here before you. Look at them. And ask yourself, do you want that fate? Because that's the only thing those actions will bring you. The actions that you're mimicking, that is the only fate you will have. You will have the same fate as them. That's how you break the generational curse. Be aware. Be aware. Oh, I'm always picking up men who don't provide for me. But your mother was a pick-me-sha. Of course you're going to pick up men who didn't provide for you. Now you a pick-me-sha. You got to learn how to stop being a pick-me-sha. Oh, my father was never there for me. He was always focused on his business, always loving his business more than his family. Now you're doing the same thing. And you're trying to find excuses for why you have to do it. Listen, I don't care what nobody tells me. The purest love is family. A healthy home. And creating memories. Beautiful memories before you leave this earth. But if those before you didn't expose you to that, they're still here and still haven't experienced that, look at them and ask yourself, do you want what they have? Okay, break the curse. Break the generational curse. Start doing different patterns. Start seeking. You can go out into the world and learn. YouTube. Learn. Healthy habits. And do that. It takes 30 days. 30 days. I put 3. 30 days. 30 days. 30 days to learn a new habit. Healthy habits. That's all we have. That's all it is in life. What's your habit? What are your habits in your day? Smoking, drinking, right? Not feeding your soul, reading, writing, journaling, music, art, working out, whatever it is, creating a business. You know, what are your habits? Break the curse. Because I'm telling you right now, the same exact thing falls upon your children. If you don't change it, your children will be following what you're doing. I'm telling you right now. And if you care about your children, start to change it right now. Because listen, some children grow up and they say, you know, I don't want to live like my mom and I don't want to live like my daddy. I'm going to get it right. A lot of people, look at the Rothschild. Everybody have their opinions about the Rothschild. But that man was an adopted man. And look how he turned his family. There's no excuse. I always go back to the Rothschilds. It started with one man saying he wanted different in life. And he created different for himself. Not only did he create different for himself, he created different for his bloodline. It changed for generations to come. There is no excuse. There's always that one person that knows and that's aware, I have to break the generational curse. And then they know how to bring harmony in all situations. There's no dysfunction. Period. It takes one person. That one person could be you. Stop the habits. The bad habits that your family had, the bad habits that the environment that you was in, stop the habit. And that's how you break the curse. Let me give you an example. My mother, she had a situation where she was with a man and he transformed early. Guess who had a situation? She was with a man and he transformed early. Me. The sins fall upon the children. No, the habits fall upon the children. This man that my mother chose wasn't such a great man to her. But I'm not going to speak on her too much. But I'm just trying to show you the repetition. The man that I chose loved me just like the man that my mother chose loved her, but loved me incorrectly. Same pattern, same fate. Break the curse. And so what did I say to myself? Trapp, you got to break the curse. You got to do better. You got to love yourself. You got to understand that you must not repeat the same actions your mother made, because that is the fate you will have. I'm being real. It already happened. We both have children whose fathers transformed early in their lives. Okay? And that's just all that means. Break the pattern. Now I need to understand, Trapp, you need to attract a good man that loves you. And you got to put that work into attract a good man that loves you. How you put that work into attract a good man that loves you? Love yourself, Trapp. That's it. That's it. You understand? Breaking generational curses. The habits that you saw is not the habits you deserve to live, especially if it was bad, especially if it wasn't healthy, especially if it was toxic. Unlearn those habits. Start to surround yourself with love. If you can't find it from your own extended family, find it out into the world. Like I said before, it's there. Read books. The information is everywhere. Get your mind right so that you can teach your children to get their minds right. They won't even have to experience half of the pain you had to experience. And you're not the only one that experienced that pain. Those before you experienced that pain. It's nothing personal. It's habitual. Take accountability. I'm doing it because my mother did it. My mother did it because her mother did it. My mother's mother did it because her mother. Let's take accountability. Change the habit. Now I'm doing it because I'm inspired by this. I'm doing it because I'm inspired by that. I'm doing it because my children deserve better. My union deserves better. My life deserves better. I'm doing it. I deserve it. I love myself so much to not repeat the same habits as those before me. So I'm going to give that to myself. And that's how you break a generational curse. Okay? Anyways, that's what I wanted to say. I love you. I'm going to catch you in the next video.